2023 WS Rockwood in a Sapphire edition here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. At the time of this filming, this is a newer model, though I expect it to stay around for a long time because it brings something to the table no hybrid has ever done before. Hybrids are very cool because you're only towing roughly a 23-foot camper down the road, but you get about a 30-foot camper when you get there because your beds are off the floor plan. You don't have to allow for bed space, which takes up a lot of room very quickly. Problem with hybrids is they have almost no privacy. They fixed that in this one. This has a private rear bedroom with a fifth wheel style wardrobe slide out, hence the WS and the model number. This is a very cool thing I've never seen before, and I suspect you're going to see more people start dabbling with. Rockwood's the #1 selling lightweight out there, the #1 hybrid brand. The question is why? Why do they continue to outperform so many other brands? And that's what this video is about, to show you the areas in which a Rockwood is supreme. A lot of good campers out there. There's a lot of good things worth your investment, but a Rockwood is definitely top shelf. So let's get dug in here. Maximum size power awning. It starts at the front curl, goes all the way back to the rear wall. Cannot put a bigger awning on this thing. The other item is that it is a better quality awning. Let me see if I can reach the button while standing here. Yes, we can. Notice how quickly this awning moves. It's a better, stronger, faster moving motor that lasts longer. You know, you're going to spend more time on your campsite, less time monkeying with an awning. It also has a full-length LED light strip. A lot of manufacturers are cheating and putting a 10-foot light strip in the middle. It's just not the same, especially not on this big honking awning. Sapphire Edition is giving us a couple things right here. This is an upgrade bundle. So real quick, I want to mention not every single 23 WS we carry will look just like this one. They're going to probably be pretty similar though. If our pictures look different from this video, that's why. We carry a lot of stuff. This is kind of stock footage. Sapphire Edition gives us the cool frameless windows. They look awesome. They look really cool, but they also hide the window pane, or the window seal under the pane, which is a UV tinted pane. You notice how we can't see inside of here unless I literally push the camera up against the glass. Secondly, we're getting this cool vanilla ice cream skin package here. We're getting the cream tone skin with the black accent trim and whatnot. We're also picking up the aluminum wheels here. There's a couple other little odds and ends, but those are the major items. It's primarily cosmetic deal, but gosh, is it sharp. It really is. Right out here, you have a little TV hookup station. The entire TV swing arm from inside releases hooks out here. So the whole swing arm is here. The TV can still twist around. You can have it facing your grilling station right here. You can have it facing the back area if that's where you have your picnic table. Put it wherever you want. Little solar prep power plug down there. And that's not made to run your air conditioner on your fridge, mind you. That's just made to keep your batteries topped off if you're, say, primitive or dry camping. Just like we have a better power awning on here, you're going to see a better grade power tongue jack on a Rockwood. And it's the little detail stuff that I like on these. How you doing, folks? The fact that your hybrid bed locks are down here at chest level, roughly. They're not way up high. I don't mind the ones that are high because I'm tall, but my wife sure isn't. So down here, they're easier to get to, and they're also just way easier to deal with and to lock. This does have an antifreeze inlet right there, which is something, it's just a classy feature so that when it does come winterization time, you don't have to worry about a guy with his muddy boots tromping through your trailer. It's just not required now. Construction is a huge difference on a Rockwood. If you walk up to most lightweight trailers, most fiberglass skin trailers, you can bump the sidewall and it's nice and solid because it's laminated. I encourage you, highly encourage you, to walk up to the sidewall of the slide out and do the same thing. Rockwoods thump back because every exterior skin on a Rockwood is 100% vacuum laminated. There's different types of lamination, primarily pinch rolling and vacuum laminating. There's nothing wrong with pinch rolling. Vacuum laminating costs a little bit more because it's proven to last longer. It is a better process. It takes a big machine to do it, but you get a superior product as a result. So that's kind of why, you know, people ask us all the time, when are you going to get a used Rockwood in? Probably not very often because you don't upgrade from a Rockwood. You upgrade to a Rockwood. They are the top of their class. They really are. Like, for instance, their bed material back here has a 5-year guarantee on it. You know, there's a couple brands that have similar stuff, but it's every single day for Rockwood. That's just a matter of happenstance with them. Your suspension, by the way, is something I need to talk about. It's not a fun thing. You know, it's not like, oh, look, a power TV or a flat screen TV, but this is a big deal. Every single shock, jump, jolt, and bump on the road starts at these tires. If it doesn't get soaked by your suspension, it gets translated up into the walls, which can result in window issues. It can result in roof seam failures. It can result in all kinds of problems, cabinets falling apart. So Rockwood spends $500 more per axle. You're looking at $1,000 extra on this trailer as compared to anything else on the market. The trailers that come out of the factory at this factory are the only ones that do this. They're not just a torsion axle, but a torsion suspension system. The wheels are not locked together, so they won't jerk each other. Each wheel has its own independent rubber shock dampening travel system. That is awesome, and that's just not the kind of stuff you tend to find anywhere else. Dry weight on this, by the way, 4,802 pounds, so that'll give you an idea what this one's coming in at. It's a little heavier than, say, the 23SS Rockwood Roo, but you also got to remember it also has an additional slide out not found on the 23SS Roo, and we'll get back there in a minute. One thing I love on this, not only is it full LED lights, but bam, they all come on in one big switch. It just says interior, and there you go, all LED lights. Now, notice too that it's two banks of lights. It's not one set of lights running down the middle. Lights and windows are the two most expensive total cost components in any RV, period. So the fact that they're putting twice as many lights and better windows in here, again, gives you an idea. They're not building this to be the cheapest on the market. They're building this with the goal of being the most highly appointed, nicest on the market. So let's start here, and we're going to kind of start curving our way around. I mentioned the TV mounts inside or outside. It's just mounted right on the whole swing arm, so the whole thing can move around wherever you want. Now, what's cool, this is a Furion TV. No one else in this class is using this grade of electronics, basically. Furion's top shelf. It is not the TV you have in your house. It is literally better, because this thing is made to be shaken hard without failure. It's made to be heated and frozen before you run into problems. Same with the your speaker system and whatnot. Now, when we get down to here, even Rockwood's DVD player is superior. AM, FM, CD, DVD, Bluetooth, probably things you've heard before. They actually do run a high-def cable, by the way, from the TV down into the entertainment center. That's not only saving you 20 or 40 bucks off Amazon, but it's saving you the trouble of pulling your stereo out, plugging in the cable, and fishing it up through the cabinet. It's done for you. Notice that they give you a handy little charging center here for phones. That even fits big phones like these newer ones. Also, you can download a free IRV app on your Android or iPhone, and it Bluetooths to that stereo, and your phone becomes your remote control. You don't have to worry about losing your remote control because it's in your pocket the whole time. Your cabinetry in a Rockwood is superior. You know, you can't do that to most lightweight cabinetry, especially hybrids. You just can't. Now, real quick, this is called Hickory woodwork with a wood tone floor in a metropolitan decor, which is this little dark accented thing here with a dark accented leatherette sofa. All of this cosmetic stuff can change from one model to the next. So if the pictures we have in stock are wildly different looking from this one, I probably won't reshoot this footage because the information I'm sharing does stay the same. This has a surprisingly big kitchen. You don't think it because we tend to judge things based on width, but you got to look at the depth too. All of these stoves are the same size, and look how much room is behind that stove there. There's an extra like 18 inches of countertop space here, and they leave you power outlets so you can keep your blenders and your coffee makers back there out of the way. They also give you sink covers and a flush mount stove right here so that you actually get more usable countertop space. And then the little addition of that ledge over there never hurt either. That's cool. Now, when you're cooking, by the way, this folds up and this acts as a grease backer essentially, and that's just easy to clean. Notice that we have full extension drawers here, and they even include a handy little silverware segment thing in here, and extra power outlets right down here. So if you want to turn this into griddle country and get bacon and pancakes going, man, now I'm hungry. That sounds good. Anyway, big pots and pans drawer down here if you need some bigger cooking stuff. And again, not just the upper kitchen doors are hardwood, all of them. Sofa can fold down into a sleeper if need be, though you probably aren't going to need to unless you're really stuffing people in here. It is worth noting, this ceiling does have a 3-inch arch. It does, it's like a cathedral. It's barreled inside. While we're standing here, I also want to point out a 23-foot hybrid camper with central air is extremely uncommon. A 23-foot hybrid camper with dual ducted central air with 2 runs of AC ducts going all the way through the trailer is basically unheard of. This is one of the very few brands that can do that. The big power ceiling fan here in the living room is an option we tend to add to these. You will find one standard in the bedroom. Now, what you won't find standard in a lot of other brands is the fact that this has a roof vent cover built right onto it. You can actually see the fins up there. If you get a power vent fan in a Rockwood, first of all, it's the big one, not the little one. This thing moves tons of air. Secondly, it has a built-in roof vent cover. That's saving you 50 or 60 bucks aftermarket from a service center. And also, Rockwood guarantees their workmanship, not the service center, who hopefully they guarantee theirs. Good storage all over the place. Now, in traditionally, like a 23SS, you would see the entertainment center here. They opened this up. They wanted this more open. They moved the entertainment center to a little more intelligent location. But you are still getting lots of storage down here. And this bank down here is actually accessible from outside, if you notice. Power outlets over here next to the bed. So if folks do need CPAP machines, you can put your head right here and have your machine running, and everybody sleeps well at night. It is worth mentioning, Rockwood's mattresses are heated in their hybrids. So if it gets cold spring and fall camping, you're not going to freeze to death, because you can have a heated mattress waiting for you when you get there. I'm going to sweep around real quick here till we get to the other side of the trailer. Again, all hardwood cabinet doors and whatnot, and I like the centralized, just easy access control center here. Water heater, by the way, gas and electric, which is not common in a lot of hybrids. Big U-dinette, which not only offers superior sitting, but also superior sleeping. And I can fold down into a 7-foot bed. And on this side over here, they make the storage supremely easy to get to. Let's talk about our goodie box here real quick. Twin Bunk Fan Lights right here. Those do an immense job, because when you're down on the end of the trailer, because there's no hard ceiling construction above you, it's hard to get good airflow. So those fans really help keep circulating airflow. Forest River does this in a lot of things. They have this Forest River emblazoned giant spatula here. And wives, husband gets out of line, this thing is serious. It looks like something you'd get with a steak at the Outback Steakhouse. And hey, if it's Miller 30, if it's beer 30, it does come with its own little opener there. So it's 3 tools in one. It's a spatula, it's a bottle can opener, and it is a husband getter in liner. Also down here is your heated bed controls. And notice that your construction down here is plywood, not particle board. Also, I do want to point out, you see this right here? This is aluminum. Everything in this is aluminum framed, even under the dinette. That is just everything. Everything they can, they will use aluminum on to keep the weight in check and to keep it stronger longer. Now, if they have to screw into the aluminum, they'll actually stuff it with wood, so the screw has something to really bite into. This has a bigger refrigerator. A standard fridge is going to be 6 cubic foot. This is a 7. It's 17% larger. Optional piece right here. Not every Rockwood's going to have it. Easy way to tell is these retro style handles. If it's just an easy 1-finger open handle like this, it's the 7 cubic fridge. This thing's cool. When it's plugged into 110 power, it actually has like LED lights inside, which can help you kind of make the midnight raid to the refrigerator. Now, this is the cool part of the trailer. It has a private rear bedroom. This is unheard of. This is the first of its kind in a hybrid camper. So we walk in, we have this cool little sitting bench here, which can either be for the kids or mom and dad. Down here we have a big storage pocket below all that, again accessible from outside. That's an outdoor baggage door. But then we have this 5th wheel wardrobe slide in a 23-foot lightweight hybrid camper. This is pure, unadulterated, 100% closet storage in here. You can do a ton with this thing right here. And because it's just a little wardrobe slide, the weight's not going to get out of control. You walk in, just like any bedroom, you just have one switch for bedroom lights. Again, just like you'd find in a Rockwood 5th wheel. They don't skimp on construction, they just make it smaller. And again, still a heated bed in the back. This box, by the way, is your RVQ grill. We just haven't opened it up and checked it yet. This trailer's been here for maybe 10 minutes. I saw this thing come in and saw it was a new model, and I wanted to get on it. Pardon the shoddy camera work, moving around here to get to the 5th wheel bathroom. Not only do we have an awesome 5th wheel bedroom, essentially, but we also have an awesome 5th wheel bathroom. So again, bigger Create-A-Breeze fan up here with the roof vent cover, massive linen and storage cabinet right here, tons of legroom, so tall guys like me are not going to have a problem here on this stool. Room down here for your toilet paper and your tank tablets. Extra large sink you can actually put your hands in. You can actually wash your hands in that. Now this is cool. This is called a spa style shower. The shower opens from the middle. The reason this is cool is because they don't have to allow the door to swing open. That means that you don't have to walk in here, take off your towel, walk your naked butt back into the living room, open the shower, and then climb in and close doors behind you. You don't have to do any of that. Also, again, very nice tall shower. Even tall people like me can shower in this Rockwood without issue. I love it. Hybrid campers don't fit big guys like me, but this one does. So we have a big skylight. We also have a handy little shampoo caddy up here because a lot of times these little shelves they put in these plastic showers just don't do a good job. The fact that there's a shower wall surround in here separates this from half of the hybrid market because most of them won't spend the money to prevent you from potentially waterlogging your own walls when you shower. Everything in this is a cut above. It's a Rockwood. It's the top of it, the shelf. It's the top predator in its environment, if you will. So give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Stay safe. Happy camping. Have some fun.